Okay, good morning. Hi, everybody. This is Andrew Lau from Lowsutea President, and thank you very much for us a very stormy day. Last night we have a typhoon hitting Hong Kong, and we had about like 120-kilometer wind hitting practically the entire Hong Kong area. And we have one of the highest signal is number 10, but we're all safe. But I'm so happy that we can able to talk to you all in today's lecture again. I think today was a really good, actually, very applicable to anybody, including myself, okay? Because I all work in the office. And as you know, working in the office is not easy. There's all kinds of stress. And if you are pre-diabetic diabetes, you got to really know how to control that. If you don't get to control that, guess what? Your blood sugar goes up. And that is what we're all trying to do. And so today we'll give you at least 10 tips to help you understand how to do that. And it will be an extremely good webinar to, I assure you, you're going to learn a lot of new tips, so to speak, to help you to get your, stress situation in the office control. Actually, why I actually make this webinar is there's a reason. Because I have a lot of, patients who are using Lowsutea and asking me, hey, I'm a pre-diabetic or diabetes, and I have so much stress in the office. I don't know how to handle it with that. It really jacked my blood sugar. It's absolutely true. If you are stressed, you can see if you have an ability, you measure, you can actually tell you that you are, your blood sugar does affect it because you are stressed. And that is very, very common and very, very true. And so net result, you got to really have some kind of control to help you out. So anyway, today will be this webinar will give you all those information. I think it will be very useful. Hi， 各位朋友，我係 Angela Lowsutea President， 你好，多謝你哋參與。今日我知打風啦，但係都唔緊要，我有機會繼續嚟係可以講關於去糖茶嘅東西，或者幫助你了解點能夠將你喺工作上嘅 stress 咧係能夠更加幫助你咧係解決咗啲 stress， 咁你就唔會增加糖上傾。咁我今日而家開始俾啲 slides 過嚟俾你啦。Okay, I'm going to switch my slides over and then make sure you get that. Okay, we'll go. Okay, can everybody see the slides? I hope you do, because I think that will be one way to actually get you see the slide better. I think you guys do. Okay, okay, Gordon, can you send me a one in a chat or a questionnaire in the chat, so that way I know you can actually see my see well in. Okay. Oh, Thomas, thank you, Tommy. Actually, today we have a lot of people from all over the United States, Hong Kong and Canada and Hawaii, and also Southeast Asia, like Philippines and everywhere actually. So it's very nice to have everybody participating. I appreciate even in Saturday, you guys are dedicated to spend some time with us. So anyway, today our lecture will be really 10 stress relief tips for those who are pre-diabetic or pre-diabetic. Actually, if you're not pre-diabetic, it's okay too. You can listen. You know why? People have high cholesterol should also listen to this already, because that's exactly what happened. Okay. So today the seminar, that's what we're going. So I'm going to start. 今日各位同學，我哋就針對咧，如果你係前期患病、糖尿病，有咩技巧咧喺呢個工作上嘅時候咧，係啦，喺個 office 裏邊尤其是最緊要啦，有啲咩技巧幫助你降低你嘅 stress， 咁你就唔會增加你血糖嘅上升咧。咁今日呢個就我哋嘅講座，咁其實今日呢個講座咧係十分有意思嘅嚇，記住。Okay, so today what we talk about is first, what impacts of the stress that you will get. And then also what kind of tips we can give you, provide, some work that you can do, some technique you can help you to relieve your stress, and also how Lowsutea can help you. So today we focus on office release, stress release. So that will help you to not to, because the office stress gets you increase your blood sugar. 嗱，今日講座好特別。因為咧，其實呢個講座咧，我特別 design 咧俾我哋好多，即係我哋嘅前期患病或者糖友啊， 都有呢個所謂工作上嘅壓力啦。咁但係喺工作壓力點能夠降低咗你嘅壓力，令到你糖上升咧？咁呢樣嘢咧就今日會了解嘅。咁同埋去糖就點幫助你咧？今日嘅節目就係呢樣嘢啦。So, you know, as you know, if you are pre-diabetic, diabetic, you know, at work is always a challenge. If you got a lot of stress, what happened is your blood sugar definitely goes up. But how do you use some kind of technique to help you to relieve the stress at the workplace so you can able to practice net result that you can able to help you to continue to lower blood sugar, because your blood sugar goes up is not going to help you in health. And so this is today's seminar which we're going to do. 嗱，我都講咗啦，咁如果你係前期患病糖尿病，你喺工作上一定好多壓力嘅時候咧，你嘅糖一定會上升。如果糖上升係點能夠有咩 tips 咧幫助你咧，就將你係降低你血糖咧，同埋令到你係工作上咧係更愉快，但係你糖唔係上高嘅。咁呢個就係今日嘅講座啦。So we do actually see quite a few people from all over the world, and they are new to me. I don't see the name from there. So they are actually they are actually new to the system, to our lecture system. So I thought maybe what I can do is just give them some catch up regarding who we are, and so that way we can able to help them to understand a little bit more about diabetes. And actually, really at the end of the day, it's not understand diabetes, how diabetes being formed. That's the important. So everybody go through 4 stages of diabetes. One is your LDLs go up and damage your B cells. The B cells go to take the sugar to the cell, and you more damage, then B cell doesn't work, so more sugar continue increase in your bloodstream, and your cholesterol and blood add together. Oh wow, that's the biggest problem, because the blood becomes thick and it's from plaque, and you quickly move to stage 2. And when you get stage 2, the entire vessels of the whole body will form all these plaques. So net result, your vessels get smaller areas, so blood pressure goes up. If you don't do anything, you know what? The next stage will come very quickly. Then you go to called pre-diabetic. The pre-diabetic, everybody measure the same thing called A1C. They measure your blood glucose, how many percent of sugar attached to this hemoglobin called HbA1c hemoglobin is a protein. If you have 5.7 or lower, you're a normal person. If 5.7, 6, and 4, you are pre-diabetic. Unfortunately, during this stage, you have no medication to take. Doctor will just tell you, hey, you are already pre-diabetic. You have to keep, your diet control, but they don't give you the whole story. Majority of them just say diet. But on the hand, actually, it's not only diet. You have to do exercise. You have to change your lifestyle. But if you don't do that, your blood sugar continue to march up. And then in about 3 years to 4 years, guess what? You become diabetes, because once your A1C over 6.4, you are diabetic. And only way you can revert it back is try to do your lifestyle change. Now, doctor usually give you about half a year to revert back. If you don't go back to 6.4, they will mark you down as you are diabetic. And from that on, your insurance goes up, everything will go up. And if you really don't take care of yourself, you know what? Then you have all kind of complications. That's the reason why we want to help you guys to make sure that even though you lower your 3 high, meaning that lower your cholesterol, lower your sugar, and lower your blood pressure, you will never go down even to the pre-diabetic stage. And that's what we're trying to put all the education, change lifestyle, do the things that you can able to help you to prevent you to go to pre-diabetic stage. OK， 嗱，各位朋友，我見到有好多朋友咧係今日咧我見唔到間時未有嘅，咁我想俾你少 catch up 啦。第一，如果你由點能夠一個人去到糖尿病或者前期患裏邊咧，個個 go through 4個 stage 嘅。第一個 stage 咧就係佢個 cholesterol。LDL 佢係上升啦，咁佢就 damage 咗啲 B cell，B cell damage 咧之後咧你就好有問題啦，因為佢會 damage 你嗰啲喺胰島素出嚟嘅 B cell，B cell 帶啲糖入去細胞裏。如果 B cell 壞咗之後越出越多 B cell 都唔 work 嘅咧，咁糖加埋啲膽固醇咧，你血就好結。當好結嘅時候咧，弊啦，咁你就會去到另外一個 stage 2咧，你血壓就會上升，因為 啲 plaques 啊 form 咗之後咧，就全身咁塞啊。咁糖尿病就係呢樣嘢啦，全身咁塞，咁你就好快脆咧血壓會上升。但係你乜嘢唔做咧 ，guess what？ 你好快脆去第3個階段咧，就你變咗前期患病。咩前期患病就係佢每一個醫生都度你個叫 A1C 就係度你個血化紅蛋白啦。咁佢咧就有幾多 percent 嘅糖黐咗呢個蛋白裏邊啦，呢個protein 嗰度啦。咁如果 5.7 以下咧，你普通人啦；如果 5.7 6.4咧，你就係前期患病。咁你其實咧呢段時間係冇藥食嘅，醫生就話咧你前期患病啊，但係你乜嘢都唔做，繼續你嘅生活習慣，又唔去 exercise， 又唔去減磅，食嘅嘢差唔多 ，most likely 咧你3至4年後你就變咗糖尿病。嗱，去到糖尿病之中咧。你去過咗 6.4 啊，即係你嘅 A1C 過咗 6.4 啦。但係 6.4 咧，醫生都話：OK， 你繼續努力啦。但係你唔改咧，如果一路咁升上去咧，咁你就有半年裏邊改唔到咧，你就會即係繼續係 6.4 以上咧，咁你就永遠都係糖尿病。一變咗糖尿病之後咧，佢唔俾你翻轉頭話你唔係糖尿病，因為你改變咗啦，要 convert 咗啦。咁所以變咗嚟講，好重要，繼續努力，要幫助你咧，唔好過呢個 6.4 啊。So how does Lowsutea work? Actually, Lowsutea is very wonderful. It's a 2 very simple item. One, they have a bit guava leaf, which is blocking the sugar entering the gut vessels. 2 is bitter melon. Bitter melon increase the insulin sensitivity and it take sugar into the cells. And also excess sugar will be dumped out through urine and also dump out the cholesterol and also dump out the salt and detox. Now, when you dump out the salt, your blood pressure will come down. So you are actually in a very simple product, but it works. And so that's why Lowsutea will help you tremendously. And on top of that, our company is not only ask you to do Lowsutea, and we have 5 programs to help you. One will help you to diet control, teach you about how to take the low carbohydrate food, low fat food, and we'll also ask you to do exercise 8 to 10,000 steps daily, and also will help you to control your your weight control, teach you how to control your weight, make sure your BMI go down to 23, and we'll teach you how to take your blood tracking, and then you have your weekly webinar, which is what you are listening right now. So all that actually is, is a whole program to help you lower your A1C, even though you're 10 plus A1C, doesn't matter. If you follow through this, you can drop yourself down to 5.7 or under 6, where a lot of customers actually have the A1C drop down to under 6. 嗱，其實虛糖就好簡單，佢有兩嘢，就一個叫番石榴蓮，番石榴蓮咧係 block 啲糖入去個血管裏邊啦。第二樣嘢咧，苦瓜咧就增加胰島素敏感度啦，帶翻啲糖入細胞裏邊啦。如果 excess 多咗糖咧，佢就喺尿嗰度掉咗出嚟 ，cholesterol 掉咗出嚟，鹽亦都掉咗出嚟。最後因為鹽掉咗出嚟咧，血壓就降低，同埋會排毒嘅。咁就好簡單，食物亦都好好飲嘅。咁我哋仲有5個program 幫你去降低你嘅糖膽固醇啦。咁第一係食啦，第二係點能夠去做 exercise 啦。第三就係我哋亦都教你點去減磅啦，同埋亦都有 doctor 嘅每個禮拜都有嘅 webinar 啦，即係我哋現在你所聽嗰啲啦。咁同埋咧，仲有我哋每日咧都教你點去 track 你嘅糖啦、食嘅嘢點 record 啊。咁變咗咧，你 always 咧就有啲好好嘅制度然後減低糖，所以希望咧能夠每個人都，如果你係 A1C 好高嘅，就係10以上咧，都降翻5質。其實我哋好多糖友咧，其實佢 A1C 咧係高，即係90嗰啲，其實都可以跌翻去6以下嘅。其實呢個就好好嘅，咁繼續幫助呢樣嘢啦。Okay, so let's talk about the major issue now. If we talk about, okay, now as you know, when you stress, if you have prediabetic diabetes, your insulin will also affect it. But the important, when you stress, your body will release a hormone called cortisol and also adrenaline. Now, 2 of this hormone is basically to help you to prepare you fight. You have issues, stress, this hormone definitely will come out. When that come out, they will to basically it will increase your blood sugar because they got to have more sugar for your body to work, right? And so, but with that, add on more complication, more sugar eventually will potentially get heart disease, stroke, blindness, kidney disease. All that is actually is getting you to move you to be, if you are pre-diabetic, you can be eventually be a type 2 diabetic. So really stress is not good for you. And you really have to manage the stress to better control your blood sugar. And so you will not get any type of risk, okay, or diabetic future complication risk. 嗱，好多人唔知道咧，原來壓力咧係有一個好大問題，因為壓力咧會令到你啲糖咧未必可以用得到嘅，或者佢用咗好多糖出嚟，但係呢，因為佢你有如果你有壓力嘅時候咧，有兩個荷蒙咧係會走出嚟咧，係更加俾多啲糖你嘅，因為佢準備打仗 ，OK。咁呢兩個咧就係一個叫 cortisol 啦，一個 adrenaline 啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，你多咗糖落去咧，咁啊變咗你有好多不同嘅後變化即 potential follow 咯。你有 stroke 啦，有 heart attack 啦。如果你糖好高，有 blindness 有 kidney disease，呢全部咧係第時嘅你嘅糖尿病嘅併發症嚟嘅。咁但係如果你就依家 pre-diabetic 咧，咁好容易就拉咗你去第時咧就糖尿病啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你係真係要唔好咁多 stress， 係令到你咧能夠啲糖會繼續上升，咁同埋唔會有更加多嘅 potential 嘅併發症發生嘅。Now, we already talked about stress, which is two hormones, which is the cortisol, adrenaline. Now, what happened when that release? It got to tell the liver, hey man, you are fight, you're ready to go do some big action. So they will give you more sugar from the liver and they will get it out to the bloodstream and ready for your fight, okay? Now, when you have that, your muscles, by the way, is going to also, will basically not going to absorb your sugar because they say, hey, you need sugar to go fight. So they will basically not taking up sugar to your muscles, but also will make the response to insulin is less responsive, okay? Because they really want you to have the sugar to go fight, right? But at the same time, when you stress, you also trigger there's a release of ghrelin, which is a hungry hormone, which gets you to eat and more. As you know, when you stress, so common, you know this, you either bite your nails, get chips, get any kind of food to kind of, you want to chew on. And so net result, the stress is actually increase your appetite because of this hungry hormone ghrelin to come out. And then you also want to have something to help you to sort of, release the stress by eating, okay? And then stress also reduces physical activities because you are so stressed, so you have hard time to concentrate. And so that way, you always have that kind of a vicious cycle, if you will. So stress is definitely basically affect you, increase the blood sugar. So really, at the end of the day, is you got to figure a way how to release the stress. That's why we need to talk about stress is so important because it does increase your blood sugar tremendously. Okay? 嗱，各位朋友，你知道頭先講咗啦，如果你係好多壓力嘅時候咧，有兩個荷蒙會走出嚟嘅，第一個就cortisol， 第二個 adrenaline。兩個可能做咩咧？佢話俾你，喂，我哋好就要打仗咯喎，咁你個肝咧就 basically 咧就拎多啲糖出嚟係俾你去準備打仗嘅。咁變咗嚟講，你有多糖喺血糖嗰度就平衡多，越多整多血糖啦。咁仲有咧好大問題咧，就係你要開始有好多即係你個因為好多糖喺血管嗰度咧，咁同埋咧你就算你嗰啲肌肉啊都唔會幫你absorb糖，因為佢俾啲糖你喺個血糖繼續打仗啊嘛。咁同埋仲有咧就你 insulin 咧就唔會 respond 得，即係唔會好多即係用到你 insulin 嘅，因為佢唔想你用咁多糖去俾你打仗，即係佢變咗你個身體話喂，你準備打仗俾啲糖你 ，OK？ 咁仲有好特別咧，當你係 stress 嘅時候咧， 你個胃口咧亦都會上升，因為裏邊咧有個荷爾蒙叫做 ghrelin，就能夠咧係 increase 咗啊 hungry hormone 啊，即係等你話哇好肚餓，所以變咗你好 stress 你知唔知你成日都想食嘢嘅，腦嗰度話我想食啲 chips 啊，或者食一啲嘢口痕啊，咁呢啲全部 stress 嘅東西做咗出嚟嘅。咁同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，當你係好緊張啊嘅時候咧，可能你個真係做好多所謂叫平時生活嘅運動啊，你會可能降低，因為第一你會好你即係你 affect 咗你個concentrate 嘅東西嘅，因為你好 stress 咧，你諗下一樣諗下嗰樣，你好 stress 或者好亂，咁呢啲咧就令到你咧其實咧係越整咧就越弊，越整咧就越覺得係哇好似即係血糖上升啦，哇好緊張啦，越做咧就越弊嘅。咁所以呢個咧就係所以點解要用一啲方法能夠降低你個 stress。OK， so we now will move to how do you lower your stress with my 10 tips advice. And this is not only good for pre-diabetic diabetes. If you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, you should listen to this because this is something that is very, very helpful for you. 嗱，今日我開始講呢個10個 tips 咧，其實唔係淨係前期患病、糖尿病病者，就算你係高血壓或者高膽固醇咧，都應該聽呢個節目，因為呢個節目咧係幫助你降低你嘅三高啊，記住啊，降低你三高 ，which 好重要嘅嗱。So this is really a good webinar for anybody who are not only pre-diabetic diabetes, but also people who have 3 high, meaning that blood pressure is increased, that cholesterol increased. They should listen to this webinar because this is going to help them tremendously. The first thing you got to do, you have to have mindful breathing. In other words, you can reduce your stress by just taking deep breath, just like this. In your desk, okay, you just breathe deeply for your deep breathing desk. You bring in more oxygen to your body. When you deep breathing, you relax your muscle, you calm your mind. You actually lower your stress hormone coming out, cortisol will come down, and then you can actually control your blood sugar. When you really just even stand up at your desk, just take deep breath or sit down, it doesn't matter. But you can do that so easy at your work, okay? It's very easy. And even better, if you can close your eyes and focus. Like, for example, some good image that, like, for example, you're doing a project, you think in terms of closing your eyes and think that how well you did on your project and will finish it in big punch and good, everybody pat on the back and say you did a good job. Close your eye, come deep breath with the mind thinking about all the success you are doing now. You actually receive a lot of stress, and you can actually, after you open your eye, you improve your focus. And on top of that, you will basically, even because of what you think now, will be much more positive. You're much more confident. So just by a deep breathing with your eyes shut, with some positive thought in your mind about your success doing this project or whatever you're trying to do, you're already able to release yourself with all the stress and also can able better focus to your work. Isn't that easy? It's easy to do and it's free and nothing can stop you. Okay, it's just whether you want to do it or not. 嗱，第一個動作好簡單，個簡單咧就係一個就喺坐喺度或者企身都得嘅，就即刻做一個有幾個好嘅深呼吸。嗱，你做大概10次咧已經係好噶啦。咁呢2-3分鐘至10分鐘裏面嘅做法咧，就第一你一起身可以做呢個深呼吸啦。第二樣嘢你可以close your eye 即係眯埋隻眼，咁咧喺個腦嗰度咧就開始諗一啲好 positive 嘅東西，譬如你做一個 project， 我要諗出嚟咧，哇好成功做呢個 project， 但係深呼吸裏仲係可以好成功諗到呢個 project 咧，咁你就好快脆咧。就令到你腦咧就變咗好 positive。第二咧個 stress 亦都 decrease， 因為你深呼吸，俾好多氧你自己。咁呢個係好容易做㗎，只係你去咁做嘅啫。咁當你做咗一樣咧，你第一 decrease 咗你嘅降低你嘅 stress 啦。 第二，你係 improve 咗你好即係容易 focus 嘅東西 improve 咗，同埋你腦筋咧係好 positive，因為你係諗嘅嘢喺即係做呢個 exercise 嘅時候咧，你一定要係咩啊？要知道自己，哇！我依家係好 OK 嘅，全部 positive 嘅東西喺個腦度出嚟。咁呢個係一個好好嘅 exercise。Now, so when you do your mindful breathing, for example, besides tell you to do that, you sit down, close your eyes, inhale slowly. But more important, you need to keep repeating this few times in a day. Because if you are doing a project, especially do a big project, you should do a few times a day. Now, certainly, if you're just doing you feel real stressed, and if you 5 to 10 minutes, just do it, and then you stop doing work, and every maybe 15, 20 minutes, you do it again, that will be good. So it's so easy. 嗱，頭先講咗咧，我哋講咗係點去做呢個 inhaling exercise 啊，嗰啲咁嘢啦。咁仲要點咧？就唔係做一次就算咯喎。但係如果你係好即係成日做咧，咁你差唔多1個鐘頭都要做一次，或者半個鐘頭做一次咧，咁更加好嘅。所以 deep breathing 係一個好重要嘅東西。OK， so the second, besides we talk about deep breathing, now we talk about time management. Now this is very interesting. A lot of people are stressed because they poor time management. So in order for people to get less stressed, they must have better time management. Because if you can better time management, most likely your skill set have done that, your stress will be really actually go down. And later on, I'll show you more of the steps how to do time management. But this is definitely one important thing besides just deep breathing. And we will share with more on the tips on specifically how to time manage. OK， 嗱，好多人都唔知道，原來咧你係如果有好嘅時間管理咧，咁你個 stress 咧就會好容易降低咗嘅。因為好多時咧，因為太多嘢咧，你冇 prioritize 自己啊，係咁壓啲入嚟啊，咁你就多數咧你個 stress 就好大啊，你自己做出嚟好多時候 ，OK， 咁所以點解會再話俾你聽？尤其是你係前期患病或者糖尿病，你更加要重要咧，係要有個時間嘅管理。So more importantly, if you are prediabetic diabetes, you gotta really better manage your time more effectively. Okay. So how do you do that now? So first thing, you have to prioritize that task. So you gotta actually got down to say, wow, what is the most important task? Okay, task. What is the most important task? So you really, at the end of the day, more and more, you always can do the most important task first, right? And then other thing is less important, you can defer it down. So these are the things that you have to always do the most important things first, okay? And you got to create a schedule. A schedule say, okay, if I had a day, I have a project, I was devote every morning at 8 o'clock to my 12 o'clock, I only do this important project. So you carve it down, each day doing it, and my due date is maybe 2 weeks from now, and eventually go all the way through, you can complete your task, okay? So you break it down to smaller pieces so you can manage your task much easier, and you create that schedule. Now, make sure, do not overload yourself. We tend to do that, okay? And including myself, okay? You tend to overall kind of, oh, okay, I'll do it then because you asked me to. But you gotta able to basically you gotta look at the schedule. If you cannot swallow this, don't swallow it, because if you take this, you are in the responsibility. You gotta do it. So net result, don't overload yourself. You gotta look at, is there so many things to do? Can you devote the time for it? And make sure you have the time to really focus on the task. Make sure you can complete them well. So make sure don't overload yourself. 嗱，嗰啲好重要嘅，其實咧，我哋做乜嘢都好咧，一定要有邊個優先係最重要嘅東西 prioritize 啊！如果你唔做呢樣嘢嘅時候咧，弊家伙你樣樣入嚟做咧，咁你就好亂做唔到嘅。咁你一定要 schedule 你自己咧最重要嘅先。好似 for example 我好多 project 啊，咁我多數就朝頭早咧係做最重要嘅東西嘅，由朝頭早8點鐘一路做到晏晝4點就我最重要，其他就一路慢慢落去啦。嗰啲就唔係咁重要，但係都係做。但係每日做嘅時候咧，我 due date 1個禮拜後咧，咁我已經做咗出嚟㗎喎。尤其是我好多即係做咗 presentation 啊、講書啊， 我都1個禮拜前、2個禮拜已經做緊呢樣嘢嘅，所以變咗嚟講，我唔會等到係聽日講書，我聽日先做 lecture 死啦，咁點做啊？唔得嘅，我哋係全部即係喺度咁線落去嚟做嘅。咁同埋仲有咧就唔好咧，即係變咗過度去負荷咗自己。你睇下你可唔可以自己做到幾多嘢？千祈唔好咧就寫一樣都加埋落嚟，咁你就中招噶啦。咁同埋咧，你做咗太多嘢 complete 唔到咧，你個人好會即係好緊張啦，因為你做唔到啊嘛。咁所以變咗嚟講，一定要繼續努力咧，係幫助你咧係要即係知道你唔好 overload 咗你自己要一路慢慢同埋要 schedule 啲時間咧，係每日做幾多嘢做得到嘅。So also one more thing in time management, why I took a lot more time management, because I found a lot of people might not necessarily do time management effectively. So that is really one key item, create tremendous amount of stress. And I need to, why I want to continue to do more of that, because like, for example, if you take so much thing, you overload yourself, then you really all the way stress all the way through. So during the time when you work, you also need to take break. Now, this is important because when you're overwhelmed, you have a lot of stress, you don't take break, you know what? You will able to continue to put your pressure up. So it's not only your sugar goes up, your blood pressure goes up, everything goes up, okay? Your heart rate goes up, pum, 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 pum. So you got to take some break. Now, easy to take some break is basically just stand up, take some deep breathing or walk around a little bit, go to the restroom even, and just walk around, or you do something that you enjoy can also help you during the break. For example, a lot of time people it would just go up to do the restroom break. That's fine. Or drink a cup of Lowsutea while you're doing out there, going to the water fountain, get some water. That's okay. So as long as you move away from the environment, you tend to have a little bit relaxed, and then always in your mind, think how good it is, and I will able to complete this task. Keep thinking about the success on your task, how wonderful you will get at the end of the day when you finish the task. And that's why every time when I did, like, for example, a big talk, now next week I have a big talk about, how a company gets sustainability. That lecture was done like 2 weeks ago, in the 4 weeks ago, I already start making that lecture, thinking about it. And then I already 3 weeks before the lecture, I already have to pretty much get everything done. And the second week, I already have just minute changes. Everything's done. And I already people say, wow, this is a very good lecture. But in my mind, during this time, I keep thinking how good it will be, this lecture. So basically, I really break it down, not to just put the rest. And when I did this, I frequently take break, think about it, and come back, do some more. Now, another thing you also can do is delegate a task. Now, a lot of people, everything have to do by themselves. No, not quite true. In an office situation, you can ask for help. You can free up time to give you to do more focus for other things, or you have to say you got some research, delegate somebody ask to help you to do the research, rather than everything come to you, okay? On top of that, you got to ask for help. Now, if you struggle, you can't do it, or you don't understand, you lose of your really too many things. In a sense, you need some, brainstorming. Well, ask your manager, ask your people, your team members, even ask family. Doesn't matter. You can ask for some help, and that will definitely help. Now, if you are really stressed out, actually important, you need to ask your teammate or your family member or your mentor to help you. And I do that all the time. I all the time ask my mentor, hey, I got stuck. Can you help me with think of this? I asked my manager behind me or whoever, and I could able to get some help and brainstorm idea. So that is so important. 嗱，各位朋友，時間我會用多啲時間講時間管理嘅個原因咧，就係因為時間管理係好重要嘅。當你時間管唔到咧，你就會好緊張噶啦。咁當你做嘅時候，就已經講咗啦 ，time management 有 schedule 有剩啦。咁做緊嘢嘅時候點啊？你做一樣嘢要 take breaks 啊，唔好一路做咯，咁就壓力好大嘅。咁 take breaks 點樣行下啦？飲杯去糖茶啦，起身浸啲水啦，去洗手間啦，呢全部係好嘢嚟嘅。同埋喺呢個動作裏邊咧，即係去斟杯茶嘅時候，諗翻你 將來做好嘅 project， 喺個腦嗰度話俾你，哇，真係正啦，我好成功去做呢個 project。All the time think about how good it is， 去諗到呢個 project 點做，呢個真係好正，因為咧繼續係俾正能量俾你，千祈唔好諗死啦，我做唔到嘅，嗱，唔好諗呢啲，諗咗呢啲就弊家伙，但係去 break 嘅時候咧，諗係正能量嘅工作 ，so 咁你就繼續會好好嘅。咁第二樣咧，如果你有啲就係俾任務其他嘅團友去做啊，或者叫佢嚟做 些 research 俾料你啊，呢啲係好重要嘅。如果你繼續係全部懟晒自己做，係好辛苦嘅。咁當然啦，如果需要幫手，梗要問下你嘅經理啊，或者朋友啊，或者屋企人啊，都係幫手嘅。就千祈唔好以為樣樣咧自己做到嘅，其實樣樣唔係一定自己做，一定要幫手。所以其實咧有幫手係幫助你係降低你壓力好大嘅。OK。Now you have basically talked about, taking a good deep breath, mindful, relaxation. Now we talk about, time management. The next one you got to talk about is healthy nutrition. Wow. How come food has something to do with it? Okay. Well, food has a lot to do with it because food is one of the key pre-diabetic and diabetic management. So in order for you to be really continually healthy, actually, if you're 3 high, you got to go with, the food management because the food management definitely help you to prevent 3 high, prevent your pre-diabetic diabetes. So your meal, in the sense that you got right snack, right meal, and that will basically make sure you don't take high blood sugars item then you can less risk to get your complication. Make sure avoid all the unhealthy food, like lot of fats item, like sugar item. I give you one good story. I have an engineer friend, actually it damaged his eye because his diabetic eye. And he basically, first of all, he's only 40 something. He doesn't believe that he is diabetes. Seriously. He just thought that my eye, because I work hard, that's why I was short-sighted, but actually it's diabetes. And every day he drank 4 to 5 cups of bubble tea. And no bubble tea is so sweet. And he doesn't realize that because he thinks he needs a bubble tea to give him energy. You know what? He also doesn't move. Whole day long, he's sat in his chair, just do his programming, And so 2 things that really affect, or 3 things really affect him. His diet is so poor. He doesn't exercise because he just sit there and work. He is overweight. Okay, 3 things. And he's not without, and he's also a diabetes, affect his eye. Okay. So from here, we'll change it in saying some things that, first of all, he needs to have a healthier diet, and he can able to now get lower blood sugar. And basically, I taught him everything you eat, you have to look at the labels, make sure it's high fiber, low sugar, and you follow through. So for you, you got to choose everything is good to have whole grain, refined grain, fiber, slower sugar absorption item, and you eat plenty of fruit, vegetable, nuts, and then you need to have low lean protein like fish, chicken, beans, and then all these items doesn't raise your blood sugar, and you don't want to eat unhealthy fat. For example, go to McDonald's, hey, lower that one, man. That is not really good. It raises your cholesterol, and then you end up with heart disease and high cholesterol. And then you don't want to all the sugary drink. It's the sugary drink is like the bubble teas, what you buy. A big bubble tea is so much sugar. It's 300 grams and plus of sugar. So when you drink 1 bubble tea or 1 Coke, end up you can take away all your daily gram of carbs for the whole day already. And you drink plenty of water or Lowsutea to stay hydrated. And then you can there's a whole reason why you got to do your waters out, use fluid to go out, because you really need the fluid to flush your sugars out, your poison out, everything. If you don't do that, you know what? You're not going to get rid of the sugar. Okay, so that is the reason why you need to drink fluid. And that's why Lowsutea actually designed you have to drink 2 liters of Lowsutea. There's a special reason. It's by design to help you to continue to hydrate, get rid of the sugar through urine, get rid of cholesterol through urine, get rid of your salt, and then you end up decrease your blood pressure. So your 3 high go down. So that is so important. 嗱，如果你有糖尿病或者前期患病，點解食嘢咁重要㗎？哦，原來食嘢好有幫助喎。我講咗頭先個古仔咧，就係我有個病人咧，佢係一個即係 engineer 嘅，咁但係佢用電腦嘅，做好多電腦，但係佢每日要400-500杯嘅bubble tea， 哇，好高，咁佢變咗糖尿眼啦，佢自己都唔信有糖尿喎，所以變咗咧，你食嘢揀擇好緊要嘅。第一，你要食多啲穀物嘅嘢啦，要有好多纖維啊，咁唔會食好多高糖嘅東西，咁啲糖慢慢即係又唔會吸收到快，又可以慢慢落翻嚟。咁變咗嚟講咧，你成日都係食一啲低糖食物，同埋水果、生菜啊，咁有好多維他命啊、礦物質啊，同埋纖維啊，全部幫助你嘅。就千祈唔好食嗰啲全部係即係冇纖維就係高糖嘅。咁嗱，好多時 bubble tea 就一樣嘢，千祈唔食咯。咁當然咧，仲要食啦魚啊、雞肉啊、豆類啊，咁呢啲咧多數咧就唔會升高你糖嘅喎。咁同埋咧，仲要咧係你降低你膽固醇嘅風險啦。就所以你唔好去食咁多麥當勞嘅東西，好話咧，因為啲太多脂肪係唔會幫助你嘅。咁同埋咧要增加你水分，因為點解水分咁緊要咧？就係因為咧水咧能夠係幫你排咗毒，即係同埋啲水咧係能夠俾你有 hydration， 你先係夠水，先將你啲糖啊、鹽啊同埋你嘅有毒素嘅東西喺尿嗰度掉出嚟。唔夠水冇用啦，因為你排泄唔到啊。咁最緊要食咩都好咧，你要減糖嘅食物，唔好飲啲好高糖嘅食物，好似可樂啊，同埋嗰啲叫做bubble tea 啊，就千唔好做啦。Now, so now we talk about why you're mindful, deep breathing, and then you got time management. Now we talk about just now we talk about nutritional product. Now we talk about why you have to be hydrated. Okay, actually, hydrated is so important for pre-diabetic diabetes or people who have high cholesterol, blood pressure. Same thing. Hydration is very important because if you have hydration, not enough hydration, you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thick. So the blood sugar is difficult to manage. And then if you continue to have, a very concentrated blood with high sugar, is actually going to hurt you. So net result, you got to have continued hydration. Now, certainly, if you have fluid restriction because you have kidney disease, then you have to talk to the doctor how much fluid you're going to take. But if not, typically, you should have at least 3 liters of water or 3 liters of fluid, if you will, not necessarily water. You can drink 2 liters Lowsutea and 1 liter of whatever fluid. That will help you out. But do talk to the doctor if you are you have kidney disease and all that, how to manage your hydration. But hydration is very important because hydration, you got to, to help you to hydrate because you dump up your poison out, right? So you got to drink either water, fluid, or Lowsutea. And every day you should have at least 8 ounces of water or Lowsutea altogether. So totally, at least Lowsutea have 2 liters for you to requirement drink, and then 1 liters of other stuff. So when you continue to hydrate it, you drink a lot of fluid. So no sweetened tea. You can actually drink coffee, but no sugar type. And not a lot of fruit juice. And you gotta be careful because fruit juice has sugar also. But some fruit juice are okay. So make sure that you don't add sugar in it, that's all. And you gotta avoid any kind of sugary drink. And then even you have more sugar drink actually that dehydrate you, but it's not necessarily helping you because it raises up your blood sugar and then your body actually retain those water because you have so much sugar in your bloodstream. So you got to be careful not to drink a lot of sugary drinks. So sure that is not helping you. Okay. 嗱，頭先講咗咧，我哋講咗點解要飲夠水分咧？因為如果飲唔夠水分咧，你身體嘅糖咧係會繼續即係上升嘅。 你因為你排泄唔到啊，唔夠水去排泄你壞嘅東西走啊，所以有夠水係好重要嘅。咁點夠水啊？嗱，每日都講咗啦，你一定有3個 liter 水啦。咁3個 liter 水裏邊咧係有或者2個 liter 啦，係飲去糖茶啦，同埋咧你夠水咧，咁你先能夠排毒嗰啲差嘅走喎。咁所以變咗你可以飲茶啦，飲咖啡啦。或者因為3個 liter 2個 liter 係去糖茶，然後咧有1個 liter 可以飲咖啡有湯。嗱，如果飲果汁咧要小心啲啦，千祈唔好飲嗰啲果汁好甜嘅果汁，咁就對你唔正仔嘅。咁同埋仲有咧就係要唔好飲啲太甜嘅飲品，好似 bubble tea 啊嗰啲真係唔好啦。OK，and also one more thing is when you are thirsty.You will basically drink because of the fact that you might be maybe during the time that during the day is very hot. That's why you become thirsty. So you get more fluid to help you to maintain your hydration rather than dehydrated. Especially there's a hot day in Hong Kong, for example, or even anywhere. You are sweating, you exercise.Whatever you're walking on the street because you're hot, you're sweat, you might need more water to help you out. So reason is 3 liters a day is give you a good gold standard to help you to understand the important hydration. Now, you can drink 2 liters of Lowsutea and then 1 liters of other fruit. It's okay. But when you do that, you drink Lowsutea, you keep lower your blood sugar,cholesterol and blood pressure. Wow, that is so wonderful. OK 嗱 ，so 各位朋友記住，因為咧飲水或者去糖茶咧，你可能會頸渴嘅原因因為咩？出面好熱啦。當你好熱嘅時候咧，你真係要飲多啲水嘅，因為你要排泄咗啲毒走啊。如果唔係咧，你飲唔夠水就唔會即係俾到你幫助你救呢個水分喎。咁變咗咧唔夠水分嘅時候，你排泄唔到咧，咁就個血入邊咁又有好結嗰啲東西啦。咁你每日飲幾多水咧？其實要飲2個 liter 嘅，唔係3個 liter 嘅，2個 liter 係一個去糖茶，然後1個 liter 其他，好似咖啡啊，就飲一杯咖啡啊，或者其他飲品都 OK 嘅。但係最緊要繼續飲 ，OK？So now we talk about mindful breathing. We talk about diet, we talk about time management, hydration. Now we talk about physical activities. Actually, you do need physical activity to manage your prediabetic diabetes. As we talk about, where you have really physical activity, lower blood sugar, and every week you got to have 150 minutes of exercise every week. Like I suggest, maybe 8 to 10,000 steps walking. That will be good because exercise strengthens your muscle, give you, a lot of additional, whatever sugar you have, you burn it out through your exercise. So that is so important. So exercise is one important activities to help you to continue. Also, exercise can release your stress. So that is important to help you. Okay. Now, 運動係好重要嘅。當你運動咧，尤其是前嘅話，同埋糖尿病病者咧，或者你就算有血壓高或者係你個膽固醇高咧，呢啲嘢全部幫到你咧，係你如果有運動咧，幫助你啲肌肉咧係燒緊你啲糖走嘅，同埋咧亦都 increase 咗你個胰島素嘅敏感度嘅。咁你每日咧就行8000步或者係1萬步咧係好正，一個禮拜150分鐘就夠啦。咁繼續每日做呢樣嘢，因為咧做咗呢樣嘢咧，你個所有肌肉係好啲啦，同埋仲有一樣嘢咧幫助你更加係降低咗你血糖，因為你exercise 嘅時候咧係用緊你糖，所以好重要，同埋咧 improve 咗你 insulin 嘅敏感度嘅，你胰島素敏感度，所以呢個係十分重要嘅。So important when you exercise, you burn up your sugar and it also increase your insulin sensitivity. Now, regular exercise, you keep doing it, you lose your weight, you, as I mentioned, if you lose 10% of the weight, guess what? You can actually lower 1% your A1C. Wow, that's really good. And it does release, because you relax, you lower your blood pressure, and you basically help you with all kind of decrease the risk of heart disease, stroke, and so forth. And you exercise, you keep burning. Besides sugars, also lower your cholesterol. You actually, when you exercise, it enhances your DL rather than your LDL. So low LDL will go down. And remember, LDL with sugar, it actually gets your blood sugar thick. And when you actually exercise, you also decrease your stress. So your mood is getting better. Your blood pressure will getting better. Your blood sugar will be better. Wow, that's so important. That's why exercise is so important. 嗱，如果你有運動咧，其實好緊要嘅，減低你重磅啦，保持嘅身體健康啦。磅數咧，如果你減低10% of 你自己嘅磅數咧，你 A1C 係跌1% 嘅，即係如果你8嘅 A1C 咧，你要7嘅，哇幾正啊！咁同埋仲有，因為你 exercise 咧，亦都降低咗你個血壓啦，同埋咧，因為降低血壓咧，就降低咗好多不同嘅問題喎，心臟問題啦、stroke 嘅問題啦。就係你亦都降低咗膽固醇嘅喎，咁所以變咗好多嘅病咧都會降低咗。仲有 exercise， 因為 relax 咗你啊，咁你個人咧個 mood 亦都好啲嘅，咁就唔會令到你咧又好緊張啊，亦都你血糖亦都繼續升高啊，唔會。所以 exercise 係好緊要嘅。So besides exercise, you also can do some called relaxation technique. Now, what can why we can do relaxation technique to help you? Because relaxation technique will help you lower your stress, and then lower your stress, improve your blood sugar control. So that way you can able to do really good with your lower blood sugar. You can actually have all kind of risks. Health risks can be you decrease all the potential health risks, and also your blood sugar come down. That is very, very beneficial. Like, for example, we'll talk about you can do deep breathing and things like that. It will be helpful. So, and we have small technique to teach you about relaxation, but deep breathing is an easy one to do. You can do it in office, anywhere, and just stand up, deep breathing, let go, deep breathing, let go, and think positive stuff in your mind. So very easy. So other relaxation technique, it will be like meditation. You focus something on your breathing, and then visualize very good stuff that you can complete your project, or visualize calm scene. Anything you do, think positive thing. And so with that, you can able to relax yourself. Plus, we talk about mindfulness. Pay attention to your thought, feel good about how good you're doing. And then you do your deep breathing with your nose, exhale, breathe in, exhale through your mouth. And then sometimes a lot of people say, hey, I want to do more than that. You can go yoga class. You can actually, and nowadays the yoga class is not only, you can go to a yoga exercise place. You can actually get it from really the website. You can able to learn a few very simple yoga exercise through the website, and that will help you to release stress. And Qigong is a Chinese thing that you can do, and also can help you to do meditation, actually help you to improve your circulation, reduce stress, and also promote relaxation. Now, all these can help you on relaxation. You can do, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，因為好重要咧，其實喺 relaxing 嗰度咧有好多不同嘅技巧。Deep breathing， 深呼吸係個最重要嘅東西。當你深呼吸嘅時候咧，你用個景象出嚟咧，就要好 positive 嗰種嘅，即係話我會成功做乜乜乜，我心理上咧係我見到我自己係會做得好嘅，成功好開心嘅，或者你做咩好，你個 project 會完成咗，有個好多人拍手掌，係多謝你或者讚你嘅，咁呢啲全部係好嘢嚟嘅。當你用呢幾樣嘢諗咧，你就可以做到呢樣嘢。嗱，咁當然啦，深呼吸係一個即係我哋常做容易做，同埋你理念上就俾正能量俾你更 OK 啦。咁仲有啦，如果你真係再想做多啲，你可以去瑜伽啦，學習依家電視好多有瑜伽嘅學習啦，或者去一個瑜伽嘅健身場嗰度都得嘅。咁仲有咧， 就可以有氣功啊，或者可以做呢樣嘢又得，打太極又得，睇下你中意做咩嘅啫。因為呢啲咧全部係幫助你係降低你嘅即係個 stress 嘅 ，OK？ Now, so another thing is communication. Now, very important actually in work. You gotta communicate your difficulties or things you don't feel good about, and you want to seek some help, through your work colleague. So you got to, in work, always get some so-called support you of your work and support you on your project, whatever. And with, especially if you are pre-diabetic diabetes, you can actually tell your boss or your colleague, hey, I'm a diabetes pre-diabetic. Sometimes I need some of your additional support. Can you help me? And I'm sure everybody will help you. But the key is ask nicely and they will help you. 嗱，其實咧仲有一樣嘢咧，唔係我哋頭先所講就係幾樣嘢，深呼吸啊、飲水啊、食物啊，咁仲有一樣好重要咧，就要咩啊？要人溝通，要溝通到話俾佢聽，我哋真係有困難。咁你嘅 supervisor 啊、你嘅老闆啊，或者你側邊嘅人嘅 team member 啊，都係幫到你嘅。千祈唔好就樣懟晒自己就淨係我做得啦，咁你就好弊家伙啦。咁記住咧，係繼續去問你啲朋友，你嘅 manager 點幫你。So really at the end of the day, in communication is so important through your supervisor. Basically, you can tell your supervisor that, hey, I'm a pre-diabetic diabetes. I know I need some help sometime. Please help me at time. So they know you are that, they will help you. But you don't tell them, they don't know, they will not help you. And then you can basically to be saying that when you need some help, a lot of times just write down 2 basic specific items, what you need help. So give me some idea. And then you continue to stay positive on the communication. Don't say, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to finish. I'm going to be dead by then. That is no good. The important thing is saying, hey, I have this problem. I'm in here now. I need to go to this objective, and I need some additional advice. Keep asking this advice, be clear and specific. And they actually all bosses, manager, if they're by right, they actually need to help you. Or the team member, they need to help you. And you can create that trust with a membership. They will help you. And then you can continue work on a project and stay positive, maintain good attitude, working together. So communication is so important to do that. 嗱，各位朋友，記住咧，因為我頭先講咗啦，好重要咧，要有好嘅溝通能力啦。咁你記住咧，就要做嘅講嘅嘢溝通咧，就唔好講晒一嚿嚿，佢唔知你講乜，一定要好 specific， 最好有2個方案講出嚟。我想依樣有咩 risk 喺度，咁你諗過晒之後咧，對你所諗嘅就更加容易，咁能夠容易咧 form 到一個解決方法，就千祈唔好咧俾一紮嘢去，都唔知係做乜嘅，都唔知問乜，咁就弊家伙啦。咁但係 always 咧係保持一個有積極嘅同埋一個好良好嘅態度啦。咁變咗啲人話係喎，同你做嘢稿啊，你成日 positive 嘅喎，咁唔會整啊只係講係 complain， 但冇 solution， 咁就唔正仔啦。Okay. So then when you talk to your staff, you talk to your boss. You make sure that you talk to him about your solution, objective, and then you also basically tell your boss that your situation you shouldn't have. You might need some flexible time, like go to see doctor. You might need help if you have pre-diabetic diabetes, or especially diabetes. You might need to have a refrigerator to store your insulin because of the fact that a lot of insulin has to be refrigerated. You also need to ask that, hey, I might need to, get my doctor appointment. So they know, they will accommodate you, but you have to ask. Rather, you don't let them know. So you keep telling them, don't tell them you have diabetes. I need a place to check my insulin. So no one will know. So no one can really expect what happened to you. So if you can ask, people can understand to help you, allow you, support you in that sense. 嗱，如果你自己真係糖尿病或者做胰島素打針嘅，咁你知啦，你要擺喺雪櫃，你胰島素一擺喺雪櫃裏面嘛，咁呢個咧係要你幫手嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講，就要你嘅 朋友裏邊咧係有一個能力咧幫助你係擺啲嘢喺雪櫃嗰度咧係 support 你啊，同埋俾你有機會你去睇醫生嘅時候咧，你都有個時間俾你去睇醫生。So also another thing that you need to have is you have to have a good working environment. The place you have is not stressful. So you need to basically work with a good, lighting area, your foot on the floor and those kind of things. So you need to with that. So you make your working a lot more nice and more relaxing. Rather work on places full of rubbish and stuff like that, it would be difficult. 嗱，各位朋友，當你係做嘢嘅時候咧，你 workplace 一定要整齊啊，同埋即係坐又好好啊，你坐90度啊，你能夠咧可以能夠見到你嘅電腦嘅屏幕啊，好舒服啊 ，keyboard 喺你前邊啊，咁呢啲咧係有幫助嘅。如果你嗰啲地方咧好亂啊，成日都唔係咁咧，咁其實係幫助你個 stress 好大嘅。So imagine, importantly, you have to do is make sure that you have a good working environment, easy to do, your keyboard is comfortable. So when you work, you can have actually a good place to work with. A lot of people nowadays also do one more thing. They listen to music. And I think that's a very good thing. So I do that too. And suddenly you say, office can listen to music? No, that's not true. You get ePlug. And we have Bluetooth ePlug. Easy to get. And I use that all the time now to, I don't bother nobody, but it relaxes me tremendously. I have a Bluetooth ePlug with me, listen to music. 嗱，有陣時咧放啲 music 咧，你能夠係溫和到自己嘅 mood 嘅，咁你就繼續去做呢樣嘢，咁就擺耳塞落去就得㗎啦。So another thing that's very important is social support. Now, more important individual, everybody, especially pre-diabetes, you need to release the stress, boost your mood, and you need to talk to people. So you need to talk to your friend, get a team together, so make sure that you are continue to have that social support. That's so important. 嗱，各位朋友，因為咧，其實我哋每一個人咧都要有個即係社團嘅幫助啦。尤其是你糖尿病、前患病咧，你繼續係要可以關心有可能有點能夠有個小組去你嘅朋友 group 裏邊咧，係繼續去幫你去support 你啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，呢樣嘢係好重要嘅。所以變咗咧就唔好話我咩人都即係我係糖尿病嘅，或者我前患我咩唔使同人傾嘅。咁其實咧好多嘢咧你唔明白嘅時候咧，你又好驚啦，亦都唔知佢點做啦。咁呢就增加咗你嘅 stress 嘅。所以如果你有一個 support group 成日有呢個好 relationship， 有咩唔懂咧，我打電話去問下又得，大家傾下偈，傾下普通嘅問題咧都 OK 咧。咁你就已經係一個好好嘅東西，所以唔好唔記得社會嘅上面啲朋友嘅支持。So it's so important in social support group. A lot of people don't realize social support can help you tremendously. You talk about your problem, you talk about things that is really bothering you, getting your advice, building a relationship with others. So these are the things that you need to have in your hand. So continue actually supporting you. And you can get your colleague to help you. You can talk to family to help you. Your friend can help you. Sometimes you can even go to online community to help you. All that can be coming in. Like for example, all my clients, they contact me by WhatsApp all the time. They ask me questions. The question might not be very difficult to answer. Actually, it's 1 or 2 words, but they ask. And you know what? I help them out tremendously. Then that way they will know, okay, if I have a problem, I can ask my friend. I can able to do that. And that will be extremely beneficial. Okay. Now we'll talk about, 9 different tips now. Very important now. Okay, we need to basically go for mindset shifting. Why we do that? Because you got to continue to get yourself to be very positive. If you are positive all the time, you can manage many health conditions. To do that, if you have not even you have diabetes, you can be high blood pressure or cholesterol. You can still also need to do the same thing. You have to self-compassion. You have to think that I'm doing good. If I need help, I can get help. I will always think about positive. That's why every time when I walk around, I think about how good it is. I'll finish this job in about 2 weeks, how successful people will clap for me. All these are very important. If you have that, you continue positive thinking, you make you feel good, you won't be stressed out. This is so important. So 各位朋友，心理嘅轉態係好緊要嘅，因為你要控制你嘅情緒，所有東西咧，你一定要將你個 mindset 咧改變咗係一個 positive 正面嘅 mindset。同埋咧，你知道咧，隨時係有人幫助到你啊，改變你嘅心理嘅健康係十分重要，幫助你降低你嘅 stress 嘅。So how do you do that in the sense of, improve your mindset shift? Basically, you have to always give yourself good, positive thinking. You got focus. What can you do? Like, for example, your diet, exercise, your medication. You have to always forgive yourself. It doesn't matter. We all make mistakes, but it's okay. Don't let it bother you. Sometimes I make mistakes. That's okay. Just drop it off and think positively. You have to keep encouraging yourself that, hey, I'm being successful. I'm doing good. And a lot of time you can actually find some mentor to help you to continue give you this encouragement so you can able to be successful manager of diabetes or pre-diabetics. And a lot of time you can also share a support group to share your information, share your experience and get advice. That is so important. So keep in mind, whatever you do, you always have, good support for yourself through the group, your friends I can talk to. Make sure that you continue get good, positive thinking. Plus, at the same time, you also need to set realistic goals. Don't rush to I got to do this and this gigantic goal, no work. You got to do it, break it down to small, achievable goal and slowly see it going forward and get it done. And you got to be patient to see the result get done. Don't discourage because some fall off here and there. Just think of continue, keep going, it'll work. And on top of that, you always celebrate your success. And as I mentioned, every time when I think about my big project, I always think I will be in so many weeks, I will be achieving that and think of the picture of how successful we are. So your mind always motivate you throughout this journey to get successful complete. So very important. Mindset to get it done is so important for you. Be positive all the time. From the start of when you're relaxing yourself, in your mind already thinking your achievement. Celebrate you're going to achieve at the end of the day. So this is really a very important technique. Okay, 頭先講咗啦，我哋好重要注意 mindset 啦，仲要點咧？就係要 positive thinking 啦。但係好重要咧，仲有一樣嘢咧，你個目的咧係要realistic 嘅，要有一個實際啲嘅目的，就唔好整個好鬼巨型。原來咧就係好難做嘅，咁你就分開細部分，一步步咁去，你個 objective 係細，拆晒佢做細嘅 objective，然後慢慢去達到。咁同埋咧，你要知你嘅正面點去達到你個每一次做幾多嘢咧係成功嘅。同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，就要即係慶祝你嘅成功啦，同埋要每一次所諗嘅東西咧，都係我點樣去 achieve 樣嘢啦，同埋諗成個過程裏邊咧，你都係諗住每一樣嘢做都係成功咧，咁你咧就會做一個好正面嘅東西，繼續去諗正面嘅嘢，就唔好諗唔正面嘅東西，即係話我失敗啊呢種就唔好諗啦。咁呢個咧整體咧就會幫助你係會令到你 stress 降低嘅。So as you know, we'll talk about drinking Lowsutea will help you lower your 3 highs. It's so important. Lower high blood pressure, your blood sugar, and also your bad cholesterol. So in conclusion, we talk about we have to manage stress in basically if you're pre-diabetic and diabetes. You can do it, manage your stress at work is so important. And we have already talked about your 10 stress relief tips, how to improve your work-life balance. And then you also need to have change, adopt your mindset and through your daily activities, keep thinking about your achievement will be successful, and certainly with all the technique we have, with your food, your mindfulness, deep breathing exercise, your exercise, diet, hydration of fluid, all that will help you put together, work to your best to make sure you can able to have stress release on your work and actually on the while your whole ongoing daily activities. So really at the end of the day, if you can practice this 10 step as we discussed, most likely your blood pressure will go down, your sugar will go down, your cholesterol will go down. So all that will help you to lower your 3 high and prevent you any pre-diabetic or diabetes complications. And that's what we're trying to do.嗱，記住壓力係會令到你糖上升嘅。咁就已經講咗咧，有10個技巧咧係幫助你喺你工作裏邊嘅生活咧係改變。咁變咗你就成日都，如果你係喺個工作上改變咗咧，你會令到你自己咧係會壓力改變啦，亦都降低咗你血糖啦、你嘅血壓啦同膽固醇。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你記住係每樣嘢咧喺個諗嘅嘢裏邊咧，譬如要成日諗係正面嘅東西啦。我哋係有 exercise 去做deep breathing 同埋 hydration 去做 exercise 去降低你嘅血糖咧係好緊要嘅，同埋降低你個 stress 係好緊要。當你降低咗 stress 咧，你血糖會降低嘅。Okay, so today I hope you have a good understanding how you lower your stress through my 10 step in the office, where you work. And if you can do that, definitely your blood sugar will improve and getting better. And if you drink Lowsutea, definitely will help you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Okay, I finished my lecture. I hope you enjoy some of the tips I give you. And if you have any question, I stay here for just a bit to answer any question. If not, thank you very much for attending my webinar, and I'll see you next week. And if you have any question, do feel free to write to me, andy@wafong.com, or WhatsApp us as 852-3001-5644. This will be something that you can easy to contact. And I hope you enjoy your lecture. If not, I will thank you again, and I will see you next week. And I appreciate you taking the time on a Saturday weekend to continue to learn about how to improve your health and working with me together on your pre-diabetic journey. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.